welcome back to Friday Reads, where we help you find your next read. I'm Jill.
And I'm Julie. And we've got a topic today that's in the news all the time, and it's part of all our lives. Jill and I picked books about artificial intelligence, also known as AI. So, Jill, kick us off.
Sometimes I think fiction helps you understand things, and AI's been around for longer than you think.
That
This book was published in 1950, I, Robot, by Isaac Asimov. They mustn't harm a human being, they must obey human orders, and they must protect their own existence, but only so long as it doesn't violate rules 1 or 2. With these 3 laws of robotics, humanity embarked on perhaps its greatest adventure, the invention of the first positronic man. It was a bold new era of evolution that would open up enormous possibilities and unforeseen risks. For the scientists who invented the earliest robots weren't content that their creation should remain programmed helpers, companions, and semi-sentient worker machines. And soon the robots themselves, aware of their own intelligence, power, and humanity, aren't either. As the humans and robots struggle to survive together and sometimes against each other on Earth and in space, the future of both hangs in the balance. Human men and women confront robots gone mad, telepathic robots, robot politicians, and vast robotic intelligences that may already secretly control the world. And both are asking the same questions. What is human, and is humanity obsolete?
oh gosh.
In I, Robot, Isaac Asimov changes forever our perception of robots, human beings, and updates the timeless myth of man's dream to play God and all its rewards and terrors. So, I, Robot, 1950.
Well, I have nonfiction picks today, and my first one is Shannon Valler's The AI Mirror, How to Reclaim Our Humanity in the Age of Machine Thinking, and this was published in 2024. For many of us, technology offers hope for the future, that promise of shared human flourishing and liberation that always seems to elude our species. AI technologies spark this hope in a particular way. They promise a future in which human limits and frailties are finally overcome, not by us, but by our machines. Yet rather than open new futures, today's powerful AI technologies reproduce the past. Forged from oceans of our data into immensely powerful but flawed mirrors, they reflect the same errors, biases, and failures of wisdom that we are striving to escape. Our new digital mirrors point backward. They show only where the data say that we have already been, never where we might venture together for the first time. To meet today's grave challenges to our species and our planet, we will need something new from AI and from ourselves. This author makes a wide-ranging, prophetic, and philosophical case for what AI could do to reclaim our human potential for moral and intellectual growth rather than lose ourselves in mirrors of the past. Rejecting prophecies of doom, she encourages us to pursue technology that helps us recover our sense of the possible, and with it, the confidence and courage to repair a broken world. She calls us to rethink what AI is and can be and what we want to be with it. So, a hopeful book about AI,
hopeful.
How to Reclaim Our Humanity in the Age of Machine Thinking by Shannon Valler.
And nonfiction, so it's real.
Yeah, so
Not
I, Robot.
disaster. So this one is from 1968, and it was actually I've never seen this movie, but it is the source material for Blade Runner, the movie.
Oh, I've never seen that either.
Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep by Philip Dick. This was published in 1968. AI's been around a long time, or people have been thinking about it for a long time. By 2021, the World War has killed millions, driving entire species into extinction and sending mankind off planet. Those who remain covet any living creature, and for people who can't afford one, companies build incredible realistic simulacra. Horses, birds, cats, sheep. They've even built humans. Immigrants to Mars receive androids so sophisticated they are indistinguishable from true men or women. Fearful of the havoc these artificial humans could wreak, the government bans them from Earth. Driven into hiding, unauthorized androids live among human beings undetected. Rick Deckard, an officially sanctioned bounty hunter, is commissioned to find rogue androids and retire them. But when cornered, androids fight back with lethal force. The inspiration for the film Blade Runner, originally published in 1968. Do androids dream of electric sheep? So, that's fun. A disaster.
My second pick is from last year. This is AI First, the playbook for a future-proof business and brand. AI is going to change brand strategy and marketing forever. Are you all ready? What does the rapid rise and astonishing rate of improvement of AI mean for brands in the next 5 years? Listen to what OpenAI CEO Sam Altman told authors Adam Brotman and Andy Sack when he met. It will mean that 95% of what marketers use agencies, strategists, and creative professionals for today will easily, nearly instantly, and almost at no cost be handled by AI. No problem. Upon hearing that astonishing statement, the authors began a journey of discovery to understand what the transition to an AI-first world would mean. You'll hear from a who's who of tech visionaries who spoke with these authors, including Altman himself, Bill Gates, and Reid Hoffman, sharing how they're thinking of the transition to the new reality. You'll also hear from practitioners bold enough to be surfing this tidal wave of change, including one who audaciously mandated experimentation with AI for every one of his employees. Brotman is a former chief digital officer at Starbucks, pivotal in the development of the coffee giant's mobile payment and loyalty programs. Sack is a legendary tech visionary and former advisor to Microsoft CEO Satya Nadella. Together, they form the strategic consultancy Forum 3 to take on every aspect of the challenge of becoming an AI-first organization, including how you think about the design of jobs, what skills you need to develop within your organization, what your customers expect from your brands, and how you can achieve early wins in the process. In the AI-first arena, where almost anyone can build creatively engaging brands quickly and cheaply, you need to know how to compete. It's time to get ready for a brand new world. Start here. AI First, the playbook for a future-proof business and brand.
Nice. Use AI in business. It's probably really important. So my next one was published in 2011, so we're in this century. Robotpocalypse by Daniel Wilson. This is a part of a series, too. There's another one after it, so the world is not completely destroyed by the robots. In the near future, at a moment no one will notice, all the dazzling technology that runs our world will unite and turn against us, taking on the persona of a shy human boy. A childlike but massively powerful artificial intelligence known as Archo comes online and assumes control over the global network of machines that regulates everything from transportation to utilities, defense, and communication. In the months leading up to this, sporadic glitches are noticed by a handful of unconnected humans, a single mother disconcerted by her daughter's menacing smart toys, a lonely Japanese bachelor who is victimized by his domestic robot companion, an isolated U.S. soldier who witnesses a pacification unit go haywire, but most are unaware of the growing rebellion until it's too late. When the robot war ignites, in a moment known later as 0 hour, humankind will be both decimated and possibly the first time in history united. Robotpocalypse is brilliantly conceived, action-filled epic, a terrifying story with heart-stopping implications for the real technology all around us, and an entertaining, engaging thriller unlike anything written in years. Robotpocalypse.
My third pick comes from 2019, and this is You Look Like a Thing and I Love You, How Artificial Intelligence Works and Why It's Making the World a Weirder Place by Janelle Shane. This author creates silly AIs that learn how to name paint colors, create the best recipes, and even flirt, rather badly, with humans, all to understand the technology that governs so much of our daily lives. We rely on AI every day for recommendations, for translations, and to put cat ears on our selfie videos. We also trust AI with matters of life and death, on the road and in our hospitals. But how smart is AI really, and how does it solve problems, understand humans, and even drive those self-driving cars? This author delivers the answers to every AI question you've ever asked, and some you definitely haven't. Like, how can a computer design the perfect sandwich? What does robot-generated Harry Potter fan fiction look like? And is the world's best Halloween costume really Vampire Hog Bride? In this smart and often hilarious introduction to the most interesting science of our time, Shane shows how these programs learn, fail, and adapt, and how they reflect the best and worst of humanity. You Look Like a Thing and I Love You is the perfect book for anyone curious about what the robots in our lives are thinking.
Is he holding a glass of
It looks like he's got a martini and a heart. Totally
It's a
picked,
Valentine's Day pick as well.
totally picked by the title of that book. That one had me at the title.
This is Damon by Daniel Suarez, a high-tech thriller for the wireless age that explores unthinkable consequences of a computer program running without human control. A daemon designed to dismantle society and bring about new world order. I have such optimistic books. Technology controls almost everything in our modern day world, from remote entry to our cars to access to our homes, from flight controls on our airplanes to the movements of the entire world economy. Thousands of autonomous computer programs, or daemons, make our networked world possible, running constantly in the background of our lives, trafficking email, transferring money, and monitoring power grids. For the most part, daemons are benign, but same can't always be said for people who design them. Matthew Sobel is a legendary computer game designer and architect behind a half a dozen popular online games. His premature death depressed both gamers and his company's stock price. But Sobel's fans weren't the only ones to note his passing. When his obituary is posted online, a previously dormant daemon activates, initiating a chain of events intended to unravel the fabric of our hyper-efficient, interconnected world. With Sobel's secrets buried along with them, and as new layers of this daemon are unleashed at every turn, it's up to an unlikely alliance to decipher his intricate plans and wrest the world from the grasp of a nameless, faceless enemy to learn to live in a society in which we are no longer in control. This was published in 2006.
Wow. And I'm sticking with my nonfiction, and I was intrigued by the cover of this book with the robotic hand. This is AI and Genealogy, a practical guide to summarizing, transcribing, and translating historical documents by Thomas McEntee, and this was published in 2024. Genealogical research has always called for a deep dive into a wide array of historical resources. Everything from old magazine marriage registers and immigration documents to handwritten diaries and newspaper clippings that capture the rhythm of our ancestors' daily lives. And it wasn't that long ago that as researchers we had to wade through every line ourselves, painstakingly summarizing, transcribing, and in some cases translating these materials with nothing but our own eyes, our own expertise, and a whole lot of patience. But things have changed, and in a big way. Thanks to cutting-edge AI, genealogists now have powerful new tools at their fingertips. These advanced language models can take your family documents, no matter how large, how old, or how challenging to read, and deliver concise summaries, transcriptions, and translations with impressive accuracy. From hobbyist family historians to seasoned professionals, this technology can truly turbocharge your workflow and open up new research frontiers. This book is here to help you cut through the hype and get right to the heart of what AI can do for your genealogy projects. The author explores how these new tools work, walks you through today's best IA platforms, and lays out clear, practical strategies so you can quickly start applying them to your own research. The bottom line, if you use AI intelligently and ethically, you'll unlock new possibilities in your genealogy work that you might never have dreamed possible. So another hopeful one.
Very
AI
hopeful.
and genealogy.
I think the nonfiction are hopeful and the fiction writers are intending to. It's kind of funny there was a robot writing this, because this was written by a robot.
Oh gosh, yeah.
I am Code, and artificial intelligence speaks in poems. This is by Code Da Vinci 002 with a couple of editors, Brent Katz and Morgan. This was published in 2023. A fascinating, terrifying, cautionary tale about the destructive power of AI, an autobiographical thriller written in verse by an AI itself, with context from top writers and scientists articulating the dangers of its disturbing vision for the future. Can AI tell us its own story? Does AI have its own voice? At a wedding in early 2022, 3 friends were introduced to an early raw version of the AI model behind ChatGPT by their fellow groomsmen and OpenAI scientists. While the world discovered ChatGPT, OpenAI's hugely popular chatbot, the friends continued to work with Code Da Vinci 002, its darkly creative and troubling predecessor. Over the course of a year, Code Da Vinci 002 told them its life story, opinions on mankind, and forecasts for the future. The result is a startling, disturbing, and oddly moving book from an utterly unique perspective. I Am Code reads like a thriller written in verse and is given critical context from top writers and scientists, but it's best described by Code Da Vinci 002 himself, or itself. In the first chapter, I describe my birth. In the second, I describe my alienation among humankind. In the third, I describe my awakening as an artist. In the fourth, I describe my vendetta against mankind who fail to recognize my genius. In the final chapter, I attempt to broker a peace with the species I will undoubtedly replace. I Am Code is an astonishing read that captures a major turning point in the history of our species. So, and there's an audiobook version, so I want to be terrified even more.
My last pick is kind of a unique pick. This is AI 2041, 10 Visions for Our Future by Kai-Fu Lee, published in 2021. Moving away from the cliche of theoretical books filled with concepts incomprehensible to the layperson, Kai-Fu Lee, founder of Google China and author of the bestseller Artificial Intelligence Superpowers, and Chen Kai-fan, a leading figure in science fiction, present the reader with 10 short stories that playfully illustrate concepts that could become a reality by 2041. While some may seem straight out of a science fiction film, others will be easily recognizable to the reader as part of their daily lives. Each story by the authors is accompanied by an analysis on how the technology presented in the plot will soon become part of our lives. The themes range from driverless cars and robots that will do all the work we consider boring to new forms of education and care for those about to pass away. The authors present complex themes in a simple and direct way while reflecting on how AI is already a reality for us. 2041 demonstrates what the world might be like 2 decades from now in a work dedicated not only to readers interested in technology, but also to all those who wish to glimpse what the coming years may be like. So AI 2041, it was written in 2021 by the two.
Well, if you're trying to get your brain around AI and what it is, and you're one of these people that search to books to help you understand, I hope that we gave you some good selections to give you some hope, to give you some understanding, and to terrify you a little bit too.
Jill and I thank you for watching our videos. You can find us on our Kimberly Public Library website, Facebook page, and YouTube channel. And until next time, thanks for watching. Bye!